Okay, we are going to set up parental controls on a Mac. The first thing we do is we go down to System Preferences, which looks like the gray silver gears icon at the bottom of the dock. You could also access this from the Apple icon on the top left-hand corner. Once System Preferences is open, click on Parental Controls, and in the bottom left-hand corner, unlock the parental controls by putting in your administrator password. Click OK. This unlocks it. And you can see at the bottom here it says Manage Parental Controls from another computer. You can set this up so you can manage these controls from your own Mac. So if you have two Macs, your child has one and you have another, you can do that. I'm going to click Enable Parental Controls. You can see it's populating a list of all of the applications. At the top here, it has the option to use a simple finder, so you can check out and see what that looks like if you have a really small one at home. And down here there are some things, so you can enable them to change passwords or not, their own password, not your password, or modify the dock, or burn CDs and DVDs, and you can allow them to administer printers or not. So now that the list of applications have been populated, we can click the checkbox next to Only Allow Selected Programs. This will allow us to check programs that we wish them to use and uncheck programs which we do not wish them to use. So I'm going to check that box right there, and you can see now the bottom section becomes active. You can see all the programs in the computer are listed here. Many of them are not checked by default. So you can go through and decide which programs you're going to allow them to use. I'm going to uncheck iChat because I don't want them to chat with people I don't know. And also I'm going to uncheck Mail for the time being, but I'll show you how to set up mail preferences soon so that way they can only email people you approve of. Under the iLife applications, I'm going to uncheck iWeb. It's an application for creating a website, which they have no need to use, so I'm going to uncheck that. Under the Content tab, you can hide profanity in the dictionary. You can also have several levels of website restrictions, including allowing unrestricted access, trying to limit just adult websites, or you can really get in there and only allow them access to certain websites. So I'm going to delete all the websites that are here and add in a website that is good for children. I'm going to add in the Discovery Channel. Of course, you may want to get a list of good websites from their teachers. And I'm going to type in the address of the Discovery Channel. And it's www.discovery.com. I'm going to quickly type that in and then press OK. And you can see that website has been added to the Allow Access list. Under the Mail and iChat tabs, you can decide to limit mail or limit iChat if you wish to allow them to actually email or chat. So I'm going to put in some people that they can email. I'm going to start with myself. So you simply put in the person's name and their email address. And you can select what you want them to do, whether it be email or chat with them. So now you can see I'm in the approved list. And now I'm going to add in Grandma. She's always a safe bet. Now if you have an address book set up on your computer, you can also add people that way. Click the little button right there and you're going to see your address book, and you can add people that you have in your address book. So you can add all their friends, their teachers, anyone that you trust them to email. And the last thing I'm going to do is set up the email that they can send a request to. So if they go to a blocked website that they feel that they should be able to access, they can simply email that request, and I can see that in my inbox and allow them or deny them depending on what that address is. Under time limits, you can limit how many hours per day they can use the computer, and you can change it depending on if it's a weekday or weekend, and also what times during the day they can access the computer. So if their bedtime is 9 p.m., you may want to stop them from using the computer at 8 p.m. And you can have them start using the computer at, say, 8 or 6, or whatever works out in your family. This way you know that they're not going to be on the computer all hours of the night. Under logs, once your child starts to use the computer, you'll be able to see what websites they've gone to, what websites they've tried to get to that are blocked, what applications they've been using, and for how long. And under iChat, you can see who they're trying to chat with. It also lets you see activity for just a day and a 3-month period, a year period. So I'm going to recheck the mail icon here since I set up the permissions. I'm going to go ahead and lock this. That way they cannot change this on their own.